Whew, hey everybody, welcome back. Today is like day, 4 after my nerve ablation. Still feeling pretty terrible, but every day I would say getting better by 5 to 10%. It's pretty slow, but I have all kinds of things planned and ready. I should have filmed yesterday because I did a ton of cooking and meal prepping, but I didn't, so I thought I should do it today. I am making a bunch of different, from scratch projects. I'm trying to increase the amount of food we eat at home instead of eating out. And by doing that, that means we have to have quick, easy, fast, delicious, and satisfying things available. And when you cook from scratch, things need to be eaten quicker. They don't stay well as they don't preserve as long because you're not adding all those preservatives and other crap. So I'm trying to do the best I can with this chronically ill, destroyed body. And today, we're bringing you with you. I should have started filming a little bit ago, but I did, and I'm in the I'll tell you where I'm at now. I have my first time making tortillas, flour tortillas. I got a tortilla press because we go through a ton of tortillas, and if I can offset the cost of that tortilla press pretty soon by making tortillas at home, hopefully. So, first time trying that. I'm going to take you with you. I already have them all into the dough, the balls that it says to make the recipe. Make the dough, roll them into balls, and let them sit for 20 minutes to rest before we start pressing and then grilling them on the stovetop. So, we have that going. Also, we're on to the next thing I'm making. Sorry, I'm looking all over trying to keep my brain I'm going a million miles. We have Amish white bread. We were hoping, my husband asked for sandwich sliced bread, and so that's what we're doing next. So I'm trying to keep things all going at the same time. While the tortilla dough sits for 20 minutes, I'm going to finish throwing together the Amish white bread, and then we're going to kind of just move through the process, all through working together to get as much done as we can. And luckily, I can take as many breaks as I need. You know what I mean? I could fry a couple tortillas, and I could sit just a minute or two if I need to. And so I figured I'd take it on with you and show you how things turn out today. Because sometimes they turn out really well, and sometimes they're kind of a bummer. So let's see. All right. I'm going to show you a little bit of the chaos. So, before bed yesterday, like I said, I did a ton of cooking yesterday. But there's so many things on my list I want to get in the freezers. So, what I kind of did is prep and set myself up. So, it looks like chaos, but it has really helped. So, this one I had to print out again. I'm not sure what happened. But this is the sandwich bread we make, the Amish white bread, just basic on Pinterest. Turns out perfect every time. But the point is, what I did was set up bags of all of the dry ingredients of some of the other recipes that I wanted to make. For instance, pie crust. I want to try a different pie crust recipe. I didn't like the first one I made. And this is what I did for the tortillas. I had all of the dry ingredients. And then this one, I wrote more directions on this because if this turns out well, I'm going to go ahead and do the dry stuff again and just to have it on hand. And then all I need to do is add those things and then, cook it up. So I'm saving that bag. But, I needed some measuring cups, some measuring spoons, some sprays, some stuff. My KitchenAid, of course, is here. So, but that's what I did. I got, one of my things needs Crisco or shortening. I got that. Some need vegetable oil. This one, the butter needed to be, softened. So I said, added whatever dry ingredients I could. Got out the supplies. Got my tools ready. And that really helps me kind of seamlessly essentially, get through quite a bit of meal prep. What is happening here? Okay, I'm getting excited and hopeful. Maybe a little early, but we'll see. Okay, here's my tray of tortilla dough balls. Like I said, I bought this. It was $25 at our discount grocery store that also has restaurant things. So I got it. I've never used this. I had to put it together. I heard that this has to be as thin as possible. So one of the sides, it gets it really, really thick, too thin and kind of rips it apart. So I'm still learning. But crazy flat. And look I have my first one going right here. Let's see. Hang on. Maybe I can flip it real quick. Let's flip it. No, maybe let's not flip it. Just calm down. Just calm down and give it its time. All right. I'll show you the finished product. But so far, this looks really good. All right. I have Madison here with me. And I'm going to have her do the taste test of store-bought versus homemade. Hang on, I'm not doing very well here. Here we go. This is the homemade. And this is the store-bought. This is pretty nice and fluffy. All right, store-bought. What you expect, right? I'm gonna dip over here and flip my next one. It's a very tedious project, but okay. Tell me.
Homemade's better.
Homemade's better. Why?
It has more flavor. This one's kind of bland.
So it's got more flavor. Does it taste like? I feel like it tastes. The store one tastes like the bag.
Yeah.
Kind of like a plastic taste.
The homemade ones are like soft and chill.
Sweet. Thank you, ma'am, for being a taste tester. Let's see. It's tedious. I have this mountainous plate. Of course, I insist on making a double batch. So here we are, flipping tortillas forever. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, like with everything, I finally got them all done. Took forever, but worth it, I think. I'm doing like a quesadilla prep. I just have taco meat, cheese, simple. Grilling one up. I got some cut up. Let's look. Ooey gooey. I was kind of skimpy on the cheese, but they look absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna go send these out to everyone to try. All right, we are 110% on the struggle bus after the tortilla project, but we still have things going. Remember, I don't know if I said it. Did I? I don't remember. But I got a pot of like a refried black bean from dried beans going earlier. So, but what I thought I would do is, out of what was left, I just kind of took a couple scoops and then I rinsed them. And then I think I'm going to freeze them like this just so we can have like copycat Chipotle bowls. You know, and then they'll just be ready from dried beans. You know, they take forever. And then what I did is I immersion blended this. It's really thick, but it's by design. What I like to do is I dehydrate it. So really, I just needed the beans to be as smooth as I could get them. And then I dehydrate it and then blend it up around my food processor. And then I have refried bean powder that I can hide in taco meat and beef. Anything beef, I kind of hide a little bit of that in. And it's good protein and it's really good for us. And then what you see in here, little chunks of veggies that I cooked in it just for flavor. You know. Anyway, then, and then since I've checked in, I have made a massive mess. But my Amish white bread dough is on its second rise and almost ready to go in the oven. Wow, look at this beautiful loaf. Instead of letting it get really domed, I kind of like shaped it differently. So it was more of like the square, well, rectangle, whatever shape. Anyway, and then when it came out, I just put butter on the top. And then I kind of went around the pan so the butter could drip down. Yes. Very light, fluffy. It's going to be perfect for the sandwich bread. That's the Amish sandwich bread recipe. Perfect every time. Again, we've been working all day. But what I did is I have some homemade crispy fries going. Let me see. Hang on. I'm doing this recipe. I got all the potatoes. They've been soaking in the fridge for about an hour. And then, so I'm going to actually follow through and cook some. And then I'm doing, kind of like essentially blanching these. And so I can freeze them and have easy, convenient French fries from home coming up. So I'll show you along the process. Okay, so this batch is boiled. It said to boil them for about 5 minutes and then get them on a rack to cool and to dry. So this batch is next, and when the next batch is done boiling, we'll pack these up and we'll move on. And now I'll go show you what's going on in the oven. Well, my clip of the cooked fries somehow got deleted, but everybody said that they turned out really good. Some like burned because it's like impossible to get a bunch of misshaped potatoes exactly like uniform. We tried, but for the first time, they turned out really good. And I want to say I had 7, maybe 8 smaller potatoes. They, between the 4 of us, pretty much ate all of it. Actually, no, I lied. I did save 1 quart-sized bag of cut-up fries that I did like the boil and then freeze. So 1 bag, which isn't even really enough for everybody to like have like a serving. But like I say, I'm just kind of experimenting, seeing what works for us, seeing what things we can make at home from scratch instead of buying. Because we enjoy french fries and things like that. Anyway, I also boiled up a pot of eggs at the end of the day. I didn't film that either. And then I was worn out. I crashed hard. I sat down and that's just where we're at. And today's the next day. And I literally did the whole bed rot. Lay in bed for the first 3 hours I was awake. Just kind of recovering. But I'm up and at it again. And I'm making blueberry pie filling and homemade pie crust. So I'm not sure. I probably won't film that just because I need a little break. But I was so bummed that I cooked all the yesterday. And at the end of the day, I didn't make any treats. And I really wanted a treat. So today I started with the treats. So we're going to do homemade blueberry pie from scratch. I think it's going to be delicious.